Hello, welcome back to Roy's Book Reviews. This is the third video that I am making. Made the three of them back to back to back, which is why I'm wearing the same outfit in all of them, and which is why I'm growing a little bit tired. But I think I can muster up the enthusiasm to tell you about the Poisonwood Bible by Barbara Kingsolver. Each of the books I reviewed so far have been of fantastic books that I raved about. I think I will probably post some reviews of books that I wasn't so fond of in order to keep things varied here. But I try to choose pretty carefully when it comes to books that I read. So, as a result, most of the books I read are pretty good because I take the time to make sure that the subject matter and the author's reputation and the buzz that the book has gotten have all been, pretty positive. But I do come across some clunkers because, like I said, I try to keep my reading tastes varied. Anyway, the Poisonwood Bible by Barbara Kingsolver is a fantastic novel that I have recommended to people, offline, off of these videos in real life, and everyone has who has taken my recommendation has also enjoyed it, or I've met people who've told me that they read it in the past and that they loved it. This book is about a missionary who brings his wife and their 4 daughters to the Congo, where he intends to convert as many of the African people as he can to Christianity. He doesn't care that he is largely seen as a fool by the African people. And they're humoring him until it no longer suits them to do so. He doesn't care that his family is made miserable by his relentless pursuit. They lived in the United States of America, where they lived relatively comfortable middle-class lives, and now all of a sudden they're, in a place that is not nearly as advanced and doesn't have many of the creature comforts they had grown accustomed to in America. So it's not very difficult. It's not very easy for them, but he doesn't really care. All he cares about is converting as many non-Christians to Christianity as he can. And he also doesn't care that he puts his loved ones in peril because there are, many dangers where they live, particularly from animals, wild animals, and he doesn't care because he's a man on a mission, and that the mission is all that matters to him. After a while, this story does stop being about him so much, and it becomes multi-focused narratives of the women in his life who managed to survive his impact on them. Some of these women end up leaving Africa and going back to America. Some of them do not. All of the women are brilliantly etched characters who make the pages of this masterful novel breathe with life. I'm reading from the words in my review on Goodreads. In the end, this book isn't about religious conversion or family or Africa or coming of age or race relations or classes of cultures or politics, or any of the many topics that are intimately examined in the Poisonwood Bible. Ultimately, it's about, what we have to do, all of us, which is figure out how to make the best of the lives we've been given and how to navigate the experiences that we have, both the ones that we choose and the ones that just happen to us without us having much say in the matter. Because these are the things that inevitably shape our efforts to pursue happiness. The Poisonwood Bible is a wonderful book. It's a very interesting setting, um, but it's mostly the inner lives of these women who go through incredible ordeal and come out on the other side, and each of them is very different and is affected differently by what they went through, and then they go off in very different directions in the type of women that they become and type of futures that they have and lives that they live. But you know, that's what happens to all of us. We share common experiences, but then based on us being different individuals, we take different things from those experiences and we go our different ways with them. And that's the best interpretation of this wonderful book that I can come up with, and I urge you to grab a copy and read it for yourself and let me know if you agree.